Fani Willis trial, the Fani Willis hearing, and Fani Willis won't stay away from using race in her defense. I've got some updates that I want to share with you guys, and a shocking motion from none other than Donald Trump's lawyer, Steve Sadow, really kind of shocked the court today. And it looks like what Steve Sadow is doing right now is something that Fani Willis wasn't prepared for. And it's actually looking like it's going to be going over the head of Judge Scott McAfee. Now, before we get into this, all I want to ask of you guys is to hit the like button, show some love for the channel. If you appreciate the content, you appreciate the updates, your likes go a very long way. I want to thank you guys so much for sharing these videos on Facebook, Twitter, and all these different social media platforms. And I want to say happy Good Friday. Good Friday to everyone. Hope everyone's spending their time this weekend with their family. I hope traffic wasn't too bad getting out of work, and I want to wish everyone a happy Easter. For those of you guys who celebrate happy Easter, if you do, just say happy Easter in the comments or Good Friday. Either one will work for me. Just wanted to share some love, and I wanted to thank all of you guys for supporting the channel, members, super chats, all of that. I just can't thank you guys enough over the last several weeks. You guys have been absolutely amazing. But I wanted to give you guys the updates on Fani Willis, this Fani Willis case, what Steve Sadow is doing, and it looks like it's not looking very good for Fani Willis. I don't know what is going through her mind, but it's not a good look for Fulton County, Georgia. It's not a good look for Atlanta, and it's not a good look for the state of our country. It's not good. It's not a good look for America. I mean, the justice system is at risk of being the credibility of the justice system is literally being tarnished every single day that we're dealing with this. And even after the judge, I mean, Scott McAfee scolded her for playing basically the race card, but Fani Willis says, nah, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm Fani Willis. I'm above the law. And she's pretty much going to just say whatever she wants to say. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is getting hit with a gag order in the hush money case in New York City. Can you believe this? But meanwhile, you got Fani Willis in public, speaking in a public forum, saying this. Take a listen.
It's hard out here, always having to prove yourself 2 and 3 times. Recently, they tell me they don't like me to talk about race. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Oh.
Truth is, it's some challenges that come to being black. And I see so much.
So Fani Willis, as we can see, is just a little bit defiant. She doesn't want to listen to constitutional rights. She wants to just pretty much trample all over those, potentially perjuring herself multiple times during the last several Donald Trump, Fani Willis hearings, during testimony. Judge Scott McAfee, he's observing all of this. In fact, Judge Scott McAfee has identified it himself in his own rulings, in his own writings, yet he is doing nothing about it. The most he has done is pretty much split the baby and let the prosecutors decide who they're going to take out. Well, Nathan Wade, you can go, or Fani Willis, you can go. I'm not going to tell you which one of you guys has to go. I'm going to leave that decision to you guys. So of course Nathan Wade leaves, right? But you still have Fani Willis on the case. And the thing is both of these prosecuting attorneys have done unlawful acts in front of the judge. But why is the judge ignoring all of these acts? I think it's rather obvious. And I've already shared with you guys the previous relationship between Judge Scott McAfee and Fani Willis. So I think that has a lot to do with what's going on here. I can't make this stuff up, guys. But what's going on, guys? I see you guys in the chat. I do want to just say a quick shout out to some of the members in here. I did see Chap Michael L. Dodd. What's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a member. And good evening to all of you guys this morning. I do want to share with you guys something. There's a motion that has just come out as of within the last, 12 hours, if my math is correct. Steve Sadow, he has just put forth a new motion. In fact, this is the application for interlocutory appeal. So before I even get into this interlocutory appeal, I want to let you know who's listed on this. Number one, Donald J. Trump. For those of you guys who didn't know, Donald J. Trump's middle name is what? Just comment down below if you guys know what Donald J. Trump's middle name is. A lot of people have heard the J, but they don't really know what the J stands for. So just comment down below if you guys know what Donald Trump's middle name is. But anyway, we have Donald J. Trump listed on this interlocutory appeal. We have Rudolph Williams Louis Giuliani on this appeal. So Rudy Giuliani. We got Mark Randall Meadows. We have Jeffrey Bassert Clark, Robert David Cheeley, Michael Roman, David Schaefer, Harrison Prescott Floyd, who I'm going to talk about in just a second. Some breaking news on Harrison Floyd. You guys are not going to want to miss out on that. And Kathleen Latham. Now let's see how many of you guys got it right. All right, we got a bunch of people in the chat right now. Everybody's saying John. So okay, cool. I didn't think that many people in our chat would know that Donald Trump's middle name was John, because he never goes by Donald John Trump. You only hear like Donald J. Trump. Anyway, so nice you guys. So, but here we are. Let's talk a little bit about this interlocutory appeal here. Now, I'm no lawyer, and I just want to go ahead and clear that up. Not a lawyer, not a tax advisor, this is not financial advice or anything like that, right? So really quick on the interlocutory appeals, at least from the state of Georgia's perspective, right? Because of course this Fani Willis Donald Trump case is taking place in Fulton County, Georgia. So it says here, unlike direct appeals, which target the trial court's final judgment, interlocutory appeals enable parties to challenge decisions that are made before the trial concludes. So typically, most appeals will take place once the judge has come to a verdict and has made a judgment. At that point, appeals can be made, which is pretty much what Donald Trump is dealing with his New York civil fraud case against Letitia James. He is now basically trying to go through the appellate courts, going through the appeal process to attempt to overturn Judge Arthur Engoron's ruling. Well, here in Donald Trump's other case over Georgia election interference, Donald Trump's lawyer, Steve Sadow, has submitted an interlocutory appeal on behalf of Donald Trump, as well as I think I saw like 8 other defendants listed on there, the names that I just read to you guys. So effectively, what they're doing here is actually what Steve Sadow is doing right now is actually a rare movement or a rare motion. And this appeal is basically submitted and is challenging a part of the case, a part of the court's ruling or decision before, like in the middle of the trial. So rather than waiting for the judge to come to a decision, they're actually challenging the judge's decisions in the middle of the trial. So before the trial concludes. So effectively, Steve Sadow, Donald Trump's lawyer, is going over Judge Scott McAfee's decisions thus far. So this kind of like, it's almost like in the middle of a game calling timeout and saying, hey, I hear what the ref is saying, but I want you to review the tape because that wasn't a good call. And that's effectively what's happening here. Now, one thing that I definitely wanted to share with you guys is, I wanted to talk just a little bit about this interlocutory appeal here, because Steve Sadow literally posted on his Twitter not too long ago confirmation that the interlocutory appeal had been filed. So we're gonna see how quickly they respond on this one. But something that I found that I had to share with you guys that not a lot of people are talking about is Harrison Floyd, okay? So Harrison Floyd actually dropped some Shirley Shirley Robotka, I really appreciate you. I'm glad you like that analogy on the interlocutory appeal process. So, and as I learn, I share with you guys because, like I said, I'm not an attorney, but I'm trying to follow this case because it's really compelling, it's really interesting, and it's just really it's fascinating to see the great lengths that the Biden administration and the DOJ will go through to take Donald Trump down. Even though it's not working, it's rather interesting to kind of follow along. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you are enjoying the show, please do your boy a favor, hit the like button for the video. I really appreciate you guys. So Harrison Floyd, he was one of the guys he's one of the defendants on the Georgia election interference case with Donald Trump. So he says, I believe we have evidence that demonstrates a coordinated effort to cover up election fraud during the 2020 election in Georgia. The following statement really shocked me. He said, I am prepared to turn over supporting documents and testify before Congress. Whoa, America deserves the truth. Does America deserve the truth? Drop an amen in the comments, guys. So this could literally blow this freaking case wide open, okay? Harrison Floyd is, so Harrison Floyd, he's a co-defendant on this Trump Georgia election case. Now, so Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has approved a request for a certificate of immediate review by defendant Harrison Floyd in the Georgia interference election case. Floyd himself, now this definitely looks like there may be some unequal treatment toward Floyd once I share the details with you guys on this one here. So Floyd faces 3 charges stemming from his alleged involvement in a plot to coerce former Fulton County election worker Ruby Freeman into falsely admitting to election fraud. Now, Floyd, it looks like he's a former director of the Black Voices for Trump. He's being represented by attorneys Todd Harding and Christopher Karchoff. Now, Floyd's legal team filed a motion about 10 days ago on March 20th, seeking permission from Judge Scott McAfee to appeal his decision regarding a plea in bar filed on October of last year. Now, Harrison Floyd is actually a black man who is effectively helping Donald Trump campaign because he's a former director for the Black Voices for Trump. Now, he is the one that actually says that he has some bombshell information and essentially proof of he says that he has evidence that demonstrates a coordinated effort to cover up election fraud in 2020's election here in Georgia. Now, we all know that we were told what we're told and what actually is usually not necessarily the same thing. The truth is always somehow manipulated to some extent and propagated through mainstream media, as you guys know. But he claims, which I don't see why he would lie. He believes that he has evidence that demonstrates a coordinated effort to cover up election fraud. So if he comes out with this information, this could literally, in and of itself, could literally just blow this whole case out the water. And then if he can prove that there was election fraud in the 2020 election, the finger would now be pointing at Georgia as a state. The finger would be pointing at Joe Biden, because if this proves that Joe Biden didn't actually win the state of Georgia, do we have a legitimate president in office? Have we had a legitimate president in office for the last 3.5 years? Right? I mean, what do y'all think on that one? So let's go back here. So let's go back to Floyd, because remember, so Floyd Harrison's a black man, and there's a reason why I'm bringing up his race here. Floyd had requested through his attorney to Here it is. So Floyd's legal team filed a motion on March 20th seeking permission from Judge McAfee to appeal his decision regarding a plea in bar as of October last year. Now, keep in mind, he is essentially assisting Donald Trump in campaigning. So what he is trying to do here, okay, remaining a supporter of the former president, Floyd requested in February, just a month ago, that his bond conditions be relaxed to allow him to work on Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign. Additionally, he sought the court's permission to use social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, for discussions that are unrelated to the case following previous issues arising from the comments about Freeman. So again, Floyd Harrison is looking for permission or requested permission from the courts to be able to use Twitter or X to be able to continue to support Donald Trump in his campaign. Now, out of the 19 defendants on this case, Harrison Floyd was the only one to spend time behind bars at a Fulton County jail in August. Now, I just want to ask you guys, do you have any guess as to why Harrison Floyd was the only one to spend time behind bars at Fulton County Jail in August out of 19 defendants on this case? I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys. I'd love to see what kind of comments come in on that one for why you guys think Harrison Floyd was the only one out of 19 people to happen to be behind bars, related to this case. Now, while others had their lawyers arrange bond agreements before surrendering at the jail, Floyd had to appear on August 24th, for this particular situation. So looking forward to seeing you guys' comments down below. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Not a lot of people are happy with Biden. Rita doesn't believe it. The judges and our judicial system, the judges and our justice system sucks, according to Will King. Oh man, it's getting wild out here. Martina Bennett says that Fani said he will be a flight risk. Martina, are you talking about Donald Trump or are you talking about Harrison Floyd? You reap what you sow. Amen. Happy Easter to you guys. There's a lot of people in here just saying happy Easter, so I'm just saying a collective happy Easter to everyone. There's so many in here. So that was a big discovery here today. But anyway, so again, it looks like Steve Sadow has yet again caught Fani Willis off guard. And I don't think that Fani Willis was prepared for this, okay? The judge was probably not prepared for this as well. But, I guess this is what happens when you don't have a judge that's willing to come down hard when he sees impropriety in the courtroom. Particularly, we're talking about Fani Willis, right? If there's an odor of mendacity being, lingering in this case, well, take care of it, right? Don't leave the source of the odor sitting around the kitchen funking up the place. Get it out of here, right? If you got some spoiled milk in the refrigerator, bag it up. Don't throw it in the kitchen trash bin. Take it out. Take it out to the outside trash, right? You ever smell like chicken going bad in the refrigerator and like, what is that smell, right? You ever had like some food go bad in the refrigerator? You don't let it sit in there. And when you remove it from the refrigerator, you don't throw it in the kitchen trash. You got to take it outside because it's going to stink up the whole house, right? And this is pretty much what's happening here. Fani Willis is the source of the odor of mendacity that Judge Scott McAfee is referring to. So don't let her just sit around, lingering like a fart in the hallway. Take it outside. Anyway, so Donald Trump appeals the ruling, which is keeping Fani Willis on this Georgia case. So we're gonna see if Steve Sadow can end up getting Fani Willis booted off his case. And if not Steve Sadow, it sure does look like Harrison Floyd has some, let's just say, some earth-shattering details regarding the Georgia election interference that he wants to share that could literally change the entire trajectory of this trial, of this Fani Willis hearing. So yeah, former President Donald Trump urged a state appeals court to review a judge's decision following the Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to remain on Trump's Georgia 2020 election racketeering case. So, of course, you know, former President Donald Trump, of course, Judge Scott McAfee earlier this month ruled Willis's once romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade created an appearance of conflict of interest, but still allowed the district attorney to move ahead with her prosecution once Wade resigned. And this is a huge reason behind this new shocking motion from Donald Trump's attorney, Steve Sadow, which includes 8 other co-defendants. So, yeah, this is breaking news, and I had to definitely share this with you guys. What do you guys think about this? I mean, I feel like these updates are just coming in so fast now. Very hard to keep up with these. But anyway, I hope you guys are appreciating the updates. I do want to jump in the comments just for a second. Elizabeth Lamboy Wilson says, why was the only black man on the defendant's side jailed? I didn't know that. Please advise. I'm going to dig further into that. Maybe there's more here, but according to what I am reading, out of the 19 co-defendants, he was the only one that was jailed. So, yeah, I don't really have an answer for that yet. So Robbie Barnhart says, I think they said he was for black people for Trump, and I think he was involved with people voting for Trump, specifically black Republicans. I believe she was punishing him because of his political choice. I sure hope you're wrong about that, Robbie, but it certainly looks like that might be the case. I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but on the surface, I can't really argue with you, man. Catherine Brandon. Catherine never misses an episode. Catherine Brandon says, definitely election interference. Yeah. Watching your channel from down under. I appreciate that, MT. Gort says, Fani, breaking wind news. Jesus. Oh, man. Jody Samurai says, Ron, do you own a gym? No, I don't own a gym. Well, technically, I have a home gym. I don't know if that counts, but yeah, it's a home gym. It's not like I own an LA Fitness or a Lifetime or anything like that. But yeah, so oh wow. Carmen Garcia says for treason, etc. Well, a lot of people are screaming treason lately. What do y'all think? You know, I mean, karma. She's getting what she deserves. Jessica Rice. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep running through these comments, guys. Drop a quick like for the video if you haven't already. Not really sure how many people we have in here in the live. Oh, okay, looks like we got 534 people in the live. If we can get 500 likes on here, that would be absolutely amazing. Totally appreciate the support, you guys. I know it's super late, but I definitely wanted to jump on here and give you guys the latest breaking news on this. I'm going to keep up to date on this and keep sharing news with you as it comes out. As I learn it, I will share it. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you do, like I said, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.